Watch out, 'cause here we come. It's been a while, but we're back with style, so get set to have some fun. We'll bring you action and satisfaction. We're the Chipmunks, coming on stronger than ever before. We're the Chipmunks. Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Do, 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 do.
Yep, that's right, guys. Welcome back to our Halloween Spectacular for the CharmingAnalysis channel. Like you heard in the little title song I did. Not that good, I'm sorry. We're going to be talking about the Alvin and the Chipmunks Halloween specials.
We're the only one who knows that fucking song.
What? I used to watch this stuff all the time as a kid.
I know, but, not me.
Yeah, but I want to watch with you, though.
Okay.
It'd be a fun little podcast we could do one day.
Okay. We'll maybe do all 8 seasons of the Alvin and the
Yes,
Chipmunks.
we're doing all 8 seasons, honey.
Oh, God. That's going to be a trip. Anyway, we're going to talk about We're going to talk about Alvin Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein and Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So why don't you explain to the audience what it's about, both of the movies?
They're about meeting the monsters.
Yeah. But yeah, these movies came out in the era between 1983 and 1990 when the Alvin the Chipmunks series came out. There's a couple different series, but this is the 80s and 90s version, basically. Is the one we're talking about, which is honestly, in my opinion, the best one of the entire fucking franchise. Mm-hmm. I'm talking to you, fucking 3D movie. I mean,
do you like those movies at all?
I do like the 3D movies, but I still like these better, though. I do like the 80s version a lot better.
Who's gonna compare it to the... Look, I don't think the Chipmunks are... They're nostalgic, yes, but I don't think they're, high art.
I know, they're not
high art. And it was literally just made because someone just accidentally pushed speed run on the recorder.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about these movies, so I guess, what are your thoughts? Let's start with the Frankenstein one, since we watched that one first. Okay. What do you think of the Alvin the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein? What did you think of it?
It's passable. I think, they're both TV specials, and for what they have for TV specials, it's all right. It's very Alvin and the Chipmunks. The spirit of it is still there, and it's fine for what it is. It's average TV animation, and it's average voice acting and such.
Yeah, but think about it. This was a TV show that they did, not a movie like the newer ones did. And I know there was another
Halloween
TV
special.
Yeah, but I know there was also a TV series and stuff. So this is probably the better of the TV series. I've never seen the original one, and I've only seen a couple episodes.
Well, yeah, because it's Halloween, and they did one for Christmas, I believe, as well. I don't know if I watched the Christmas. I don't remember, but no, when the 80s till early 90s were huge for the Chipmunks.
Yeah, but that's the best one of the ones they made.
Yeah, that era is the best Chipmunk era, if you were to ask any just read a person those because I think they have a lot more memorable character design.
Yeah, the character designs are a lot more memorable, and I honestly like these character designs more than a lot of the other ones I've seen.
They're cute.
They're really adorable. The Chipmunks and the Chipettes are both so fucking adorable, and I love this franchise.
Yeah.
This is one of those franchises I have a guilty pleasure for. I fucking love it. They're so fucking adorable, damn it. But we never saw the whole series through, which is something I would like to do eventually. Probably once we're done Halloween and Christmas, I think is when in the new year we'll probably start doing more TV shows, because we mostly do movies. Mm-hmm. And we need to start doing different stuff besides movies, movies are fine, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I get to me, I actually didn't mind the Frankenstein one. I thought it was okay. The animation's pretty good, in my opinion. The character design for Frankenstein is a bit cliche.
It's Universal. They have the right to use that design.
I know, but I feel like it's like every single one that they've done before. Like, they didn't, like, do anything different with it. They just kind of had the classic, like, Frankenstein version, except, like, you know, they add a few little tweaks because you kind of have to, especially because, like, everyone fucking does stuff for Frankenstein. It's just one of those memorable things that Mary Shelley, that's the author of Frankenstein, did. Mm-hmm. Like, they're trying to make it the most... They're trying to pay homage to it as best they can.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But the guy who's supposed to be Dr. Frankenstein, like... Oh, boy, he was way too old. Like...
Was he?
I feel like, in my opinion, they made his character a bit too old.
He was a silly comic relief character. I don't think it was supposed to be actually threatening.
I know, but it was one of those weird comic reliefs to where, you know, you kind of have to do something a little bit different with, like, how they did it.
I mean, I don't expect much from a TV special of Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein. Like, I don't really expect that much high quality, like, you know, trying to get the lore and everything right. I'm just like, all I'm expecting is Alvin and the Chipmunks. They befriend Frankenstein, then some wacky shit happens, and that's it. That's pretty much what I got, and it's honestly, it's passable. It's fine. To me, I would rather just watch the other special, but you know, that's just me. This is always just a special that just came with the DVD set of Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I watched the other one more than I did this one. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't really have much really to say about this one. I know I've been saying that a lot, but I honestly...
You've been saying that a lot.
I have a lot more, like, passion for other movies that we can watch, or other movies I probably have not seen I can have way more passion for. Because, like, the thing is, I grew up with both of these movies.
Yeah.
But even then, as a child, I did not really think much of Frankenstein. Like, I didn't think much of this one. No, I mean the movie itself. I didn't think much of this movie growing up. I watched the other one like 1,000 times before I watched this one. So yeah, I think I'm good with that. I think I could give a rating right now if I want.
Wait, can I say?
Yeah,
something?
go ahead.
After that, we'll talk about a couple questions and then give the rating because I don't want to like rush it because it's like 2 Halloween specials. Like we should talk about like our favorite stuff about it and all that stuff. Anyway, I did like the scene, the setting and the scenery for the Frankenstein movie. The amusement park design was pretty cool, and I will admit Alvin's a pretty fucking good tour guide. The only downside is his driving sucks. His driving...
He wasn't giving the tour, though. Simon was, like, narrating.
Yeah, but he tried to. They tried, but... The antics are pretty much funny. It just reminds me... Some of the antics remind me of Tom and Jerry, but not, like, as violent. A little bit. Like, you kind of have...
And not, like... The animation's not always fluid in these TV specials, and I get it. It's TV animation stuff.
They can only do so much.
They can only do so much, but sometimes they just, like, cut into frame, and it's kind of off-putting.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I really have an issue with, but it's not that big of an issue. But this is one of those series, like, this version of the Chipmunks is, like, one of my guilty pleasures. I love this series to death, and that's kind of, like, one of those reasons where it's, like, I'm embarrassed sometimes that I like it, but at the same time... It's good shit. It's fucking good shit. Mm-hmm. And it's memorable shit that I'm happy that we actually got to watch and stuff like that. So I guess if you had to do anything different with the Frankenstein one, what would you do different with the movie? Like, is there anything you would do different for it, or you just think it's okay?
I just think it's okay.
Well,
I could do without Alvin rapping. That's one thing I can do without. I can deal without. I don't know. Like, it's just okay to me. It's nothing like all
nothing
that
special.
Yeah, nothing all that special.
Yeah, but I will admit, though, if I had to pick between the songs from this one and the Wolfman one, I actually did like the songs more in the Frankenstein one.
How fucking dare you?
Well, I did!
How fucking dare you? That one song in the beginning, that's it.
What about the one where they're in their room? That was a good one. That was a bop.
I don't like that one.
I like it.
I don't like that one.
I like it.
I don't like that one.
You shush.
I don't like that one. I don't want.
Anyway, so
oh my god.
Okay, so
now you changed this whole perspective. Fuck you. How dare you don't like the Wolfman song?
I do like the Wolfman one, but I still like the one in the room was a lot better in my opinion. But that's me.
God.
It's still good.
You're wrong, but okay.
Look, everyone has their own opinions, okay?
But you're wrong though.
I don't care. Who cares if I'm wrong? I don't care. Anyway, we're going off topic.
I bet if we put a vote and there's actually hundreds of people looking at our channel, then people would say that you're wrong.
Fine. How about this? Okay, guys, so which one do you think has... Okay, comment down below which of the Alvin the Chipmunk Halloween specials has better songs. The Frankenstein one or Wolfman?
And there's only one answer to that question, so you know.
Still, give us your opinions and stuff like that, because I'm actually genuinely curious. Okay, so...
Stop laughing. You're being a butt.
Okay, so I guess what do you give the rating for the Frankenstein one?
5?
You give it a 5?
I give it a 5.
Really now?
It is passable. I'm just really, like, I kind of want to give it a 4, but I'm being generous today, so I'm giving it a 5.
Can I ask why you're giving it a 5?
Because it's just passable. It's fine. Like, it's not something that I would play again, honestly. It's not something that's, like, meant to be played every Halloween for me.
Okay. Well, for me, I probably give it a 6.5, actually. Like... I liked the direction they were going with. There was just some things that I feel like they could have done a little bit differently. Like, the way they did Frankenstein's design. They could have done something, like, a little bit different instead of just being, like, cliche and generic when it came to that. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it's pretty solid in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So I stick with the 6.5 for that. Just because of that. It's a solid film. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but it's still good.
Yeah.
I personally like it. All right, so that was our review for the Frankenstein one. Now let's talk about Alvin the Chipmunks Meet Wolfman, which is my Bean's favorite of the two.
You talk about childhood movies. This was a childhood movie. Like, I watched this every year.
Like, I watch Scary Godmother almost every year.
It used to play on Cartoon Network, actually, for the longest time.
The Alvin the Chipmunks one?
Yeah, they used to have, like...
I've never seen it on Cartoon Network.
I've seen it on Cartoon Network before.
What?
Yeah, they used to play it all the time, and I would just sit down and just watch it, because I always, like, I always loved this movie, watching it during Halloween. It was, like, a classic for me. Like, ever since I got the DVD when I was, like, I think I was, like, 7. I kept on watching it until I was turned to a teenager, so it was like, this is my childhood. Like, if you want to talk about nostalgic Halloween specials and movies that I used to watch as a kid, this is one of them. Like,
yeah,
I loved watching this during Halloween. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning.
It's okay, I'm yawning too.
So
we're both yawning.
So yeah, the plot of this is they meet Wolfman.
That must be their fucking neighbor.
And Theodore turns into a werewolf, and they try to get him back to normal.
Yeah, that's basically all it is. But I also think this movie's a pretty solid movie.
It's better than the Frankenstein one, to be honest. Like,
in your opinion,
it's better. Like, what do you think is better? Which movie do you think is
I actually think both
better?
are good.
Which one's better? If you just
Wolfman, plot-wise, Wolfman's better. Music-wise, in my opinion, Frankenstein's better. However, both movies as a whole, they're both great. They're both really good holiday staples.
See, I can't do. I think Wolfman has a lot more entertainment value than Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm just partial to werewolves, but like
I'm partial to werewolves too. But I like both equally, but if I don't know which one I like more though. I can't really decide. Both are pretty good in my opinion.
The dilemma's better,
I did like
though.
that they featured the Chipettes in this one, who are also some of my favorite characters in the franchise.
Yeah, but they don't really do anything with them.
In this episode, in this Halloween special, not really. But I did like that they were actually in it for once, because like they were like, I still like the Chipmunks, but the Chipettes also like are really good characters in my opinion. I feel like Brittany was so fucking sassy, I swear.
Brittany's always sassy.
But she was extra sassy in this one. I don't know what it was.
She's always trying to one-up Alvin.
I don't know if she was just because she was a fucking tree in the play, or the fact that she wanted to probably be like the maid or something. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Maybe she wanted to be Alvin's part or something. I have no fucking idea.
I have no idea. Brittany's just a bitch.
But she's a good bitch. Like,
Yeah, but
she's the bitch that's good.
She's always been a bitch.
But she's a good bitch. She's the good bitch.
Okay.
Look, there's a difference. There's the bad bitch and the good bitch. She's the fucking good bitch. She does what she can be sassy, but she cares about her
Yeah,
sister.
but they're barely in it, which is why I don't really give them that much of a, like, that much, they don't have much of a radiance in my mind because they're barely in it. Like, I'm appreciative that the actual fucking main characters are in this more than the fucking, Frankenstein one.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that one. Like, you do see them more in the werewolf movie compared to Frankenstein. It mostly focuses on Frankenstein the monster, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because it's Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I mean, if I'm
they?
gonna go see a movie with, like, the main characters and, like in the title, I expect the main characters to be in, like, 90% of the fucking movie.
Yeah,
like,
that's another downside to the Frankenstein movie, which I will agree with you on. Like, that is another thing I agree on. They were barely even fucking in it. Anyway, so I guess, what are some things you like about the Wolfman movie?
Oh, I like the animation a lot more in it.
You also like Theodore being a fucking werewolf.
I do like Theodore being a werewolf. Like, you know.
It was adorable. He was so
cute.
fucking
It was adorable.
cute. I will admit that. He was so adorable.
It's like how a child would act if they were, like, a werewolf, like I did. But...
Oh my gosh, honey.
I like the animation more. I like the conflict more. I like the Theodore building up his self-confidence and stuff like that. Like, I just like the fact that they're normal. Like, I feel like it's a lot more fascinating to think, like, I know their chipmunks are pop stars, but I think it's more fascinating to think, like, you know, this little family dynamic of Dave raising 3 chipmunk kids I think is really, really cute. I really like I just love family moments, and I don't know, it's adorable, it's sweet.
It really is.
They act like fucking brothers and not like, you know, like they don't act like overcompensating adults in children's bodies. Like,
yeah, but I also find it interesting, like, because I've also seen, like, the newer Chipmunk movies.
Mm-hmm.
In the newer movies, the Chipettes also live with the Chipmunks and Dave. While in this one, they live with a completely different person. I think her name is Miss Miller. They live with Miss Miller. So, I want to know how these guys actually, I guess, got adopted by Miss Miller. I hope the series does tackle this whenever we do watch it.
I doubt it.
Because I think it'd be nice.
I get it, but I doubt it. It's a slice of life show. It's just going to be like, well, they exist in this cartoon world because this world runs on cartoon fixes. Oh, they're just talking chipmunks that, like, live among humans. It's like, yeah, that's just something that can happen. And sometimes maybe the series will be like, oh, we're in a rock band this episode, and now, oh, we're just gonna go to school now. Like, it's probably that type of show. But
we haven't seen it yet, so we can't really confirm it.
All I can say is that if it's something like the Wolfman, I know not in theming, but if it's like, you know, has like
elements like the Wolfman did.
Yeah, like, you know,
they're probably going to, honey. It's a fucking series. They're in for 8 seasons.
I hope
they're
so.
bound to do good.
I don't know what
it.
the fuck, like, you know, if they don't have that, like, what the fuck they do for 8 seasons? What do they just sing to me for 24 hours in the high pitched voice? Because I don't think I would be able to take that.
Well, like, I
can take it for a 2-minute song, not for a 30-minute episode. Honey,
you gotta also understand that literally there's not that many episodes in each season. The most episodes in one season is season 6. And that's like 24. But most of them are like 8 to 13 episodes. So it's not that much.
I know, but...
So it's not that
if
bad.
If it's like the same, like, you know, I guess if it's like a season, like every season is like...
different.
Conflict solved. Band song plays at the end. Like, if it's like that, I think I can only stomach that for, like, only, like, one episode at most. And that's, like, 8 seasons seems like a lot. A lot.
Well, watch us watch the show, and then you'd be like, damn, this is good. Watch that happen.
80s. It's 80s. It's simplified. It's more simplified than today's cartoons. I get that. But... At the same time, I really like. Now I'm talking about the series now, and how I want it to be like, you know,
it's probably gonna be good.
It probably is, but it's like in terms of like how many people like want to watch this show. Say, like what was an 80s cartoon? Because most of the 80s cartoons back in the day are kind of stale because it wasn't about like creating like much memorable stories. It's about selling toys, selling like a product.
Yeah, that's the only downside about a lot of the cartoons from the 80s. Not all of them, but like a good portion of them.
So yeah, I have mixed feelings going into the actual show because I just think that they're just gonna go for like just a season 1 premise stretched out for 8 seasons, and I think it'll. I don't know. I don't. If I'm proven wrong. But you gotta
give it a chance before you like.
I'll give it a chance. Don't worry. But I literally do. I just really like Wolfman. I love the animation. I love the songs. I love the premise. Like, you know, and again, the chipmunks are really, really cute in this. It's like, it's a little fun Halloween movie for kids. Like,
I feel like this is a really good kid movie to watch for Halloween. And yes, guys, we're finally getting into the kid movies.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
After like so many fucking horror movies. So yeah, we're finally getting into like the actual good shit. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I guess if there's anything you could change in the Wolfman one, what would it be? Because for me, I don't really see much issues with the Wolfman one.
Yeah, I don't see much issues either, except you don't care for the songs.
I like them, but not as much as like some of the Frankenstein ones. I'm being honest with you.
Oh my god.
They're still good, but I think it's because I've also heard them a bunch of times, so it's like, you know.
That's why I like them. It's because I heard them a lot.
Anyway, so I guess if I had to ask like one question before we like give our rating for the what's it called for the Wolfman movie, and then I guess both together since they're technically both Halloween. Mm-hmm. So I guess if they would have done more movies for Halloween, like a series of movies,
yes, I would watch them.
Well, what do you think they would be on? Like, do you think they would do like the Invisible Man?
I would like to see one on Dracula, to be honest.
That would be nice. Like, that'd be kind of interesting. Just because, like...
You could do it, fucking Universal. You own Dracula. I don't know
why they
Why did you do it on fucking Frankenstein? You could have fucking done it on Dracula. Those are, like... The Wolfman and Dracula are more popular than Frankenstein.
Maybe they were just trying to get Frankenstein a little bit of, like, clout.
I don't know. I honestly would have preferred Dracula over Frankenstein. But anyway... So Frankenstein's monster. Let's make a correction right then and there.
Yeah, because Frankenstein, for those who didn't know, because I actually learned about this when I was a kid. Frankenstein. I think
everybody knew. Mari, I think everybody knew that when they were.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, but everybody fucking makes that correction and like immediately
But Frankenstein's
afterwards.
technically the scientist, not the monster. The monster is named Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein. Mm-hmm. Even though a lot of people say it's Frankenstein.
Cool.
Anyway, so I guess what do you give your rate? Like, I don't think there's really much else to talk about with the Wolfman, unless you have something else to talk about.
No, not really. I just it's a childhood classic, and I like watching it every year. And I mean,
I hope to watch this more with you next year.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
So what's your rating for... I know you're probably going to give it a high rating because you really like this movie.
I like this movie, but I need to base it as an adult than I did when I was a child.
That's what I did with Scary Godmother and stuff like that, even though I didn't want to do that, but we had to do it. You have to go into it like... Look, you can have your thoughts as a kid, but you also have to think realistically as an adult. Would kids like this? Do you like this as an adult compared to when you were a kid? Kind of thing. Because sometimes your opinion can change. It happens.
6.5.
You give it a 6.5?
Yes.
Okay. For me, I actually give it a 7 out of 10. And the only reason I give it a little bit of a higher rating was just because I did like the premise for this one. I liked the way that they made Wolfman. I liked the way the character design was. I also liked the way they interpreted Theodore as like a puppy for a werewolf kind of thing. I thought it was interesting. And I liked the idea of Theodore like learning how to be more self-confident, especially because he's the youngest of like the brothers, and he often sadly gets the most picked on, which is sad because this child's fucking adorable and everyone picks on him, and it's like, why? Stop hurting this innocent baby.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for our Alvin the Chipmunks Halloween movie podcast.
We will come back for more, hopefully kid-centric Halloween movies.
Hopefully, we're trying to do a mix between horror / suspense and actual Halloween movies for this. I'm sorry, most of them have just been horror, but we're trying to get a mix of both.
Yeah.
It's just we're trying to pick ones that we actually want to talk about and stuff like that have some kind of like significance, or at least it gives us something to talk about, because some movies just don't, which is sad.
Yes.
Because I think they would make good conversations, but sadly they can't, and it's disappointing. Sometimes if it's like a really good movie you like, but you have like nothing to say about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, be on the lookout for some more Halloween stuff. We should be uploading a video soon, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
Happy Halloween, and we are out.